Who else has left a job that you're like not the happiest at because of like company changes, and then like 3-4 months later you're like, damn, I probably should have not left and waited it out a little bit. I'm definitely feeling that. I have like a post pinned about it. I left my company at the end of February. I thought it was going to be my forever job. And over the last 6 months that I was there was a lot of changes that made me like really unhappy. And I had just moved into a different role within those 6 months. So I didn't feel like I could like move to a different position. And I was wanting to work part-time. I would have stayed there if they would have had part-time, but they didn't have part-time. So I left. And I left before we went on our trip to California. And when we went on our trip back home to California, we left there like 10 years ago. We were both like, we want to move back. My job was fully remote. We had people that worked in California. And now I need
Okay.
to work full time again to get back to California in 2 years. My husband's gonna be able to get his promotion at his job, and him having a promotion and me working full time, we will be able to afford like after school childcare for my oldest son. And it's just like, I don't know if I need to go and kind of be like, hey, can I get my job back?
Hey, can I get my job back? What is up, guys? It's your boy Andy Matrix, and I'm here reacting to some people regretting their job, people regretting quitting their jobs. Now, um, you guys ever heard of FU money? I don't want to say the word, but FU money, right? The FU money just means like I have so much money I can quit this job and not regret it. I can walk into my boss office, flip him off, curse him out, quit, and never come back. That's the kind of money I have, right? I mean, FU money could be like $100,000, $200,000, just money where you could just, And usually, it's not a good idea to quit your job unless you got some kind of FU money, some kind of FU money, right? Let's move
On
on to the
Monday, I
next.
announced that I quit my toxic job and that I was going to live my life. I was granted with that opportunity and I'm taking it. However, by 12 o'clock, I got calls for interviews. I had 2 interviews on Monday and I had an interview yesterday. And I went to them. Now, my problem is I feel like I'm going through withdrawals. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know if it's buyer's remorse. I don't know if it's that I feel that I need to work. I've worked for so long that I feel like I absolutely have to work. I love being able to do whatever I want. I went to the gym today. I got dressed and I went to the gym. I didn't record it. I will start recording that stuff. But I get to walk Forrest. Come here, Forrest. I get to walk my baby like all the time.
Okay.
Lilo's out over there hiding somewhere, but I get to be home with them. I get to do literally whatever I want. I can do quite literally whatever I want, but I have this feeling that I need to work. I don't know what it is. I feel like I absolutely have to. And am I the only one that has felt like this after?
Let me stop it right there. That's natural. Like, look, everybody fantasize. I mean, even myself, even everybody fantasizes. Oh, I just want to quit this damn job and just go to the beach every day and just lay down in the sand and just be happy. Well, you know how like as a human, there's certain things that you need. You need water, food, air, right, shelter. Well, the human spirit needs it needs to feel some type of purpose, and this is where work kind of comes in, right? And is God and also work, right? Because you can quit your job if you have some fu money, right? But then if you're just laying at home doing nothing, then now we have a problem because you're not. I believe that even if you quit your job, you got to do something productive. Well, if you want to create art, if you want to start your own business. See, I feel as though a lot of people that quit their job, they don't have a plan. That's the problem right there. They don't have a plan. And this is where the damage is done. Well, like they think that, oh, well, everything's just going to work out, and maybe it will. But you should still make a plan. Or if you're going to quit your job, what are you going to do? Now, in these hard times, I say people should start a business. Even if you're not a business person, Try to start a business, because with artificial intelligence and robots coming in and taking our jobs and everything, man, it's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly.
I quit my job for anything, and recently I just quit a really good job. They were paying me good money too, but they had me so fucked up. Man, fuck y'all. I
Yo, he started out strong. He started out strong, man. I can't. Okay.
am probably the best job quitter you will ever fucking meet. I do not play when it comes to these fucking bum ass jobs. I don't care if that job's paying me $30 fucking an hour. If you piss me off, I'm fucking gone. So I used to work at a very popular soda company, a very popular big. When I say big corporation, probably one of the biggest in the world, right? Y'all probably know what it is. My job specifically was to sit there and stock the shelves. I was a merchandiser. I would have to use my own fucking car, drive to different fucking stores and stock the shelves with whatever the fuck they had in the back. I would have to stock pallets on pallets. It was like 10 fucking pallets, and I would have to do it within that day. And I would have multiple stores a day. I would have to start at 4 a.m. Sometimes I even get home till like 8 p.m. 4 to 8. Are you fucking kidding me? That's no way to fucking live, bitch. So bam, technically I was still in training. I was only there for 3 fucking months. So I don't really give a fuck, bitch. Y'all hoes didn't need me for real. Y'all didn't need me. So I told you I had to go to multiple stores, right? I told y'all that. Bam, all these fucking stores, they would complain on me. They were saying I wasn't doing my job. They were saying, "Oh yeah, he doesn't do it right. Oh, he was mean to the customer. He said he didn't work here." Like, what the fuck? I don't. Okay, bam. Customers will come up and ask you questions. I don't work for you bitches. I work for this company. I don't.
All right, let me stop it right there. Yeah, so basically, he sounds like he really hated this job. I mean, in his case, I say at that point, if you're using your own car, why not just do DoorDash or Uber Eats? If you're already using your own car, might as well just do that. Probably make more money. He didn't say how much money he was making, but. And this is why I say people quit their job without any backup. I think that's a bad idea. I think that's a bad idea, because having no money coming in, it's a little bit scary in this economy. Also, if you want to eat. Also, if you do not have close relationships with your family, where, like, let's say you get evicted from your apartment, where are you going to stay? You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Seems kind of dangerous.
The reason I quit my job with no backup plan, because I realized that shit was a trap. You literally working to live and living to work, and that shit dead. I ain't no robot. You gotta go to lunch and break at a certain time, be back at this time. Bro, I'm a grown, bro, what? I realized I was working for somebody else's dream, and I wasn't working for my own dream, bro. And since I quit my job, bro, everything been going up. Nobody gonna do that for you. They want you to stay there. They want you to be a slave. They want you to work for them. Ain't nobody smiling. Everybody upset. That shit fucking up my energy, bro. The moment you realize that they doing you dirty is the moment they lose money. In order to elevate, bro, you gotta take yourself out your comfort zone, gang. Like, your brain knows if you show up to work, you don't get paid every 2 weeks. When you don't have that no more, and now it's just you, my nigga, you gotta work. It's literally a mental thing, bro. Your brain goes in survival mode. But instead of trying to survive working for somebody else, nigga, you surviving working for yourself. Get the fuck up out of there as soon as possible, because if not, your brain gonna be wired to that job, bro. And I teach all this in my private community. So if you want to break out the system, just deem me the work.
All right, yeah, I like this. I like this, because he's thinking, right? He wants to start his own business. I like this. And I think in the future with robots and artificial intelligence, when 50% of the jobs are eliminated, we're going to be on our own. People are going to have to start hustling, and people are going to have to start coming up with ideas to make their own, to start their own business. That's the future. Okay, that's the future, because if everything's going to be automated, then you're going to have to find a way to make your own money. You know? Here we go.
I quit my job without a backup plan, and within 24 hours, I had a job offer for a job that I didn't apply for, making almost 45% more than what I was making in my previous role. We have to allow opportunities to present themselves to us. If we are chasing or focused on things that no longer serve us, we don't allow room for clarity and opportunities to meet us.
Okay, yeah, I see what she's saying, waiting for opportunities. And who was it? I heard one time somebody said that your job is keeping you away from your success. And that is somewhat true because, I mean, if your job, you're working 8 hours a day, as opposed to if you have your own business, you could be putting more time into your own success. But again, I feel like a lot of people are just kind of like saying this. Like most people will not do what they say they will. I think people are just quitting just to get some temporary relief and then go back and have to find a job. And those are becoming scarce today. Jobs are disappearing, man. Jobs are disappearing.
Hi, my name is Emily. I'm 30 years old and I have no home and no job. Yes, you did hear that correctly. 4 months ago, I decided to quit my corporate job of 8 years and leave all of my financial security and security blanket that I had behind to try and go out and find something more meaningful for me to do. And what I realized is actually that there is a lot of girls and women out there that are kind of feeling the same way. And the reason I know this to be true is because me and one of my best friends decided to start a virtual online community for women. So what I will say is, I don't know. I don't know the answer. If you are feeling like this, I haven't had it all figured out. I'm very much so in the process. I don't have another job yet. I don't have the answers. I don't know where I'm moving. But I do know having community has made it that much better.
I mean, if your community can help you find another job or maybe freelance through your community, I guess so. But this is a very emotional decision. I make calculated decisions, right? I don't like to just leave my job because, oh, I don't like it. You know, you got to have some backup. You got to have some backup. Here, this was all just emotion, emotion, emotion. I feel, which is okay, but making emotional decisions is gonna lead to some bad outcomes. It's gonna lead to some bad outcomes, man. You know. So, and when people say, "Oh, I gotta find myself," like, are they saying that like psychologically, like I need to find myself psychologically, understand myself, maybe like some emotions that I gotta process, you know? But when people say I gotta find myself, to me that seems like some type of new age belief. Like I don't know. Like what do you mean find yourself? What are you trying to find? You know? Again, not logical. At least to me, doesn't come across as logical. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. Um, guys, don't quit your job. Always have a plan, no matter what anybody says. If you hate your job, good. Use it as motivation. Use your job as motivation to, to fuel your plans. You see, your job is not there to make you happy. Your job is not there to fulfill you. Your job is there to help you meet certain needs. And let's say, for example, if you want to leave the country, you want to go to Thailand, like many people do, use your job to save money. Go live with your parents for a year. Go live with your parents or sleep on your friend's couch, sleep on the floor. Try not to pay rent. Avoid paying rent as much as you can. Right? So go back and live with your parents, deal with the drama for the time. Save as much money as you can. Stack up your paper, stack up your money as much as you can. And then, once you have enough money, then you can quit your job. But some people are just like, making these emotional decisions that in the long run is gonna hurt them. It's your boy Andy Matrix. Make sure to comment below, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell for future notifications. Everybody's your boy Andy Matrix. Godspeed.